Stalin didn't have super tanks in 1942. He had something far more terrifying. A living weapon that never misses. Project Ghost. Vasily Zaitsev, the man who became a system of destruction. Look at this frame. A German soldier is frozen a second away from death. But here's the shocking fact. The sniper's magazine is empty. Zaitsev often went on the hunt with only one bullet. Why? To strip himself of the right to make a mistake. To force his killer instinct to operate at its absolute peak. He waits. Because behind this soldier stands a communications officer. To kill the private now is to fail the hunt. To wait is to risk his own head right under the nose of the patrol. This isn't war. This is a cold calibration of reality. Zaitsev wasn't just a marksman. This Ural hunter became an architect of fear. His six-man method was an industrial conveyor belt of death. But here is what the textbooks won't tell you. Zaitsev hunted cooks and water carriers. Why? Because a hungry, thirsty soldier loses focus in 48 hours. When a battalion was left without its head, the officers, and without food, it turned into a herd, trapped in a frozen hell. Panic leaked through the German trenches like corpse poison. Micro danger. Imagine, you are lying under a sheet of rusted iron. Right above your head, the iron groans under the jackboots of a German patrol. You hear them breathing. You hear one of them strike a match. The smell of cheap tobacco mixes with your adrenaline. If you blink, the frost on your eyelashes will crunch. That tiny sound is enough to draw a submachine gun burst at point-blank range. You are not a hero. You are a hidden detonation device for someone else's terror. While Zaitsev paralyzed the Wehrmacht back at home, he was being targeted himself. In the archives of the Special Department, records remain. Subject Zaitsev is too popular, too autonomous. The system feared him more than its enemies. He was watched 24/7. Every return without a trophy could be labeled as sabotage. The bait. Do you know the price of his life? One misfire, and the ghost would become a target for an NKVD firing squad. Meanwhile, in Berlin, Hitler is furious, demanding the head of the Stalingrad demon. Aces from all over Europe are sent to the ruins, but they vanish one by one. Berlin's last hope became Erwin König. He wasn't Zaitsev's teacher. He was his polar opposite. A cold aristocrat against a mountain hunter. A machine against a force of nature. 3 days without food. 3 days in a frozen hell. A shell strikes a nearby wall, burying Zaitsev in brick dust. The dust clogs his lungs, triggering an agonizing cough. Try not to cough when your lungs are on fire. One sound, and König, who can feel the air move from hundreds of meters away, will pull the trigger. Zaitsev swallows the dust, clenching his teeth until they crack. König smirked when he saw Zaitsev's bait, the classic helmet on a stick. He knew every trick in the book, but he didn't know one thing: the sheer power of the Ural frost. Zaitsev set his decoy to trigger the only human flaw a professional has: greed. The German fired. The helmet flew off. König waited for an eternity. But when the sun reflected off his Zeiss optics for a fraction of a second, Zaitsev fired between heartbeats. Berlin's system collapsed because König believed in technology, while Zaitsev believed in the patience of stone. Zaitsev survived, but Project Ghost left a haunting legacy. He proved that one man could destroy the will to live for an entire division. But at what cost? He turned war into a bloody mathematics where human life is merely a variable. He stopped being a man. He became part of a cold equation of death. The moral dilemma: was he a hero who saved Stalingrad, or was he the war's first Terminator, losing his soul in the ruins? If fear and anticipation break an army better than 1,000 shells, is that not the most cruel weapon of all? The trap question: who was Zaitsev to you? The man who saved the city, or the man who forever blurred the line between valor and professional murder? Write in the comments. We read everything, but this was only the first file. In the next video, Project Red Storm. Subscribe to access the archive.